Hello, my name is Carrie Word, and I would like to present to you apps and young users. I want to discuss 3 different apps and why it's so important for parents to take control of what their students are doing on their devices. The first app is named Wiz. It is a chat-style social media app where teens can swipe left or right on friends as if they were in a dating app. So they can talk to them, check out their profiles, things like that. The risks are that predators are grooming and sextortion is happening in the app. FBI warns that predators use these anonymous social media platforms to engage in grooming. They also have inappropriate content exposure because teens can often take explicit pictures and things like that and share them. There are a lack of parental controls because they do not offer parental monitoring or effective age verification. Teens can get access to this app unsupervised and bypass protections, which increase vulnerability to online predators. In July of 2004, Safety Review reported that Wiz was temporarily removed from both Apple and Google. Unfortunately, the founder of the app just changed a few mechanisms and renamed it Yubo, which is still available today. The second app I want to talk about is NGL, or Not Gonna Lie. It is an anonymous question and answer app that friends can share answers to some personal questions online. And the problem with this is that a lot of cyberbullying and harassment happen because students and teens are being vulnerable on the internet and sharing personal things, and their friends are using it against them and sharing it with strangers. There are no moderation in the app. There are no filtering tools, and administrators have limited ability to remove hate speech or harmful things that are posted about individuals on the app. In May of 2005, article quotes school counselors reported increased cyberbullying and even several suicides because of this app. The third app is called Be Real, and it prompts users to take daily front and back camera snaps of themselves at particular times of the day. So, as you see on the screen, this individual had to take a selfie of himself and also of what's happened in front of him, which happened to be his dog. But the problem is when you're taking pictures of things in front of you, you don't realize that there are school logos and identifiable locations happening in those pictures. There's a lot of social media pressure among students to do these type of apps so that they can share their life. Um, but again, cyber issues with bullying and location where people have tracked people down that didn't need to be tracked down, and stalking children were a big concern with this app. So all of these apps have been in the FBI's framework within the last 12 months. Wiz turning into Yubo in 2004, 2005, because of cyberbullying, online harassment, and over 1,300 sextortion cases. Not Gonna Lie is in the FBI's framework because of cyberbullying again and online harassment among teens. Um, Another interesting thing that I read about this app is that it also allows individuals to attack companies and things like that. So there's other lawsuits dealing with that with this app. And then the last one, Be Real. There's a case in Virginia with violence among students because of different pictures that are posted. All right. the Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall was part of the TikTok lawsuit going on in the United States this year. He was trying to prevent children from being on there and keeping them safe as they post things again that are happening in their house and things like that, where they can be identified and tracked down. Now those there are more safeguards up so that children can't get on there, but there's still issues when they bypass those safeguards in place. Steve Marshall has a way to contact him on his website where you can fill out an anonymous survey if things in social media or in different apps parents find that they aren't being up to date like they're supposed to, then you can contact him and they will investigate it within the state. So there's his contact information and the website where you can fill that out. All right, there are some safeguards and warnings for these apps if parents take these into consideration. There are specific apps that parents can pay for. They're between $50 and $100 and $200 a year. These are some examples of these are Bark, Questo, NetNanny, Microchip, and they allow parents to monitor social media, block or limit app usage, set screen time limits, and receive alerts if there are potentially harmful things being sent to their student or their students typing things that are inappropriate. The next level of restrictions would be the device level. Apple Screen Time and Google Family Link have ways that you can prevent downloads of unapproved apps, restrict age ratings of apps if your child is not of age, and set time limits. And those are actually free. There are other ways that you can help control apps by disabling your location and sharing, especially for apps like BeReal and Wiz. That way that the app is not tracking where you are and where you're taking those pictures and things. And then educational safeguards is just talking to your children about the importance of not oversharing, not talking about school names, not taking pictures with identifiable items, the difference between real and what's you're putting online as the highlight of your life, and then talking to them about online grooming, sextortion, and cyberbullying. Some other ways that you can monitor and block apps through social media would be to review the app privacy settings. There are lots of behind the scene things that you can turn on and turn off of the apps, like the discovery feature in BeReal and add by contacts and nearby. It's a safety feature in the Wiz or Yubo app. There's also co-use of these social media so parents can see what their students are doing. And then the other thing would be to require your teen to be older when they are on these devices or apps, like set an age limit like high school or 14, 15, 16 years old, when they're more mature and able to decipher what's real and what's not real. And then the biggest thing is research the app before you allow your child to download it. Don't be taken aback after something happens. Be proactive in reading and knowing what your child is downloading. There are legal things that you can use to report apps and misuse of apps if you find that. Again, there's suspicious activity on the FBI website, and you can also fill in that anonymous survey on the state attorney general's website, which is linked here as well. And then you can also contact your app developers. So these apps are being developed all around the world, so it's important that you do your research on that as well. So there are my resources for the Attorney General, FBI, and the app information, image credits, and thank you for listening to my presentation.